Welcome to the Daily Download, tech intelligence for leaders who move fast and think ahead. I'm your host, Brad Nelson, and today is Thursday, May 1st, 2015. Here's what you need to know today. New research has uncovered serious security vulnerabilities in Apple's AirPlay protocol, revealing that millions of devices, from smart speakers to cars, could be used by hackers to spread malware, eavesdrop, or hide on your network. The research, published by cybersecurity firm Oligo, exposes a set of flaws dubbed airborne, which affect both Apple products and third-party devices using AirPlay SDK. While Apple has already patched its own devices, many third-party gadgets remain exposed, and some may never get updated. Here's the danger. If a hacker connects to the same Wi-Fi network, say at your home, office, or even a coffee shop, they could silently take over AirPlay-enabled devices like smart TVs, sound systems, or set-top boxes. These compromised devices could then serve as stealthy entry points for launching ransomware, joining botnets, or spying with built-in microphones. Airborne also affects Apple CarPlay, potentially allowing hackers to target a vehicle's dashboard computer, though only if they can connect via Bluetooth or USB, which limits that risk. Oligo demonstrated their findings by taking over a Bose speaker and warned that tens of millions of devices may be vulnerable. The issue? Many smart home devices are rarely or never patched, even when security flaws are discovered. AirPlay was built for convenience, but its always-on, open-for-connection design may now offer an unintentional backdoor for attackers, especially if third-party manufacturers don't keep up with patches. If you haven't updated your speaker in a while, now's the time. Ascension, one of the largest private healthcare systems in the U.S., is notifying patients that their personal and medical information was stolen in a December 2024 data breach, this time stemming from a former business partner's compromised software. The breach occurred after Ascension accidentally shared patient data with a former partner, whose systems were later breached due to a known vulnerability in third-party file transfer software, likely connected to the Clop ransomware group's exploitation of the Clio software zero-day. The exposed information may include full name, date of birth, and social security number, contact details like address, phone number, and email, and medical record numbers, diagnoses, physician names, insurance details, and billing codes. Ascension has not disclosed the total number of affected patients, but a filing with Massachusetts Attorney General reports that at least 96 residents had sensitive medical and identity data stolen. To mitigate the damage, Ascension is offering 2 years of free identity monitoring and credit protection to those affected. This breach follows another major incident in May 2024 when 5.6 million individuals had their data stolen in a Black Basta ransomware attack, also involving human error, an employee downloading a malicious file. Healthcare data remains a top target for cybercriminals, and this breach underscores the risk of third-party vendor relationships, especially when it comes to managing sensitive information. Even when your own systems are secure, a partner's vulnerability can become your breach. SonicWall has issued an urgent warning to customers. Multiple vulnerabilities in its secure mobile access appliances are now being actively exploited in the wild. The two newly flagged flaws are CVE 2023-44221, a high-severity post-authentication command injection vulnerability that allows attackers with admin access to execute arbitrary commands as a lower-privileged user on the system, and CVE 2024-38475, a critical Apache mod rewrite bug that can allow unauthenticated remote attackers to gain code execution by manipulating URL mappings. These vulnerabilities affect the SMA 200, 210, 400, 410, and 500V product lines. SonicWall says both are patched in firmware version 10.2.1.14-75SV and later, and urges all customers to upgrade immediately. SonicWall has also warned that CVE 2024-38475 could be used for session hijacking and unauthorized file access, making it even more dangerous in enterprise environments. Customers should inspect their devices for unauthorized logins or indicators of compromise. This news comes after SonicWall revealed earlier this month that a 4-year-old flaw, CVE 235, is also under active remote code execution attacks, and has been since at least January 2025, according to Arctic Wolf researchers. CISA has added that 2021 bug to its known exploited vulnerabilities catalog, mandating U.S. federal agencies to patch immediately. SMA devices are used to secure remote access for enterprises, making them a high-value target for attackers. Exploits like these offer remote access, code execution, and session hijacking opportunities, putting corporate and government networks at serious risk. A China-linked cyber espionage group known as Billbug, also called Lotus Panda or Lotus Blossom, has been actively targeting government agencies and critical private sector industries across Southeast Asia, according to multiple intelligence reports released this year. Between late 2024 and early 2025, Billbug achieved significant success infiltrating entities in the Philippines, Hong Kong, Taiwan, and Vietnam, with a focus on sectors like government, manufacturing, telecommunications, and media. Their attacks often leveraged outdated but legitimate software binaries to secretly load custom malware onto systems. Billbug's malware toolkit includes Sega Runx, a backdoor formerly known as Elise, which has evolved to use services like Dropbox, X, and Zimbra for command and control, tools for stealing browser credentials and cookies, and malware that establishes SSH access to infected machines. Despite evolving techniques, the group has maintained a narrow geographic focus, almost exclusively targeting Southeast Asia for over a decade. Originally uncovered in 2015 by Palo Alto Networks, Billbug's infrastructure has remained compartmentalized by country, including a strategic state-aligned approach to regional surveillance and cyber intelligence gathering. These operations underscore the long-term presence and sophistication of state-sponsored espionage campaigns, especially when linked to geopolitical disputes, such as China's territorial tensions with the Philippines. Unlike other groups that blur the line between espionage and cybercrime, Billbug remains a pure espionage operation, focused on collecting intelligence, not profit. In celebration of Earth Day, Samsung has introduced refurbished Galaxy S24 models through its Certified Renewed program, offering environmentally conscious consumers a chance to save money while reducing e-waste. Savings range from $70 to $90 compared to new models, though shoppers are encouraged to compare prices with retailers like Amazon, where some new or lightly used models may cost less. Each device is inspected and refurbished with 100% genuine Samsung parts, comes unlocked for all major carriers, and includes a 1-year limited warranty. Optional Samsung Care Plus coverage and financing options are also available. Samsung emphasizes that the program helps keep electronics out of landfills, contributing to sustainability without sacrificing quality. The bottom line is, you get a like-new flagship phone, save some cash, and help the planet. Just make sure to shop around for the best deal. Google has begun placing ads inside user chats with some third-party AI chatbots, according to a report from Bloomberg. This new feature, rolled out through Google's AdSense for Search, follows testing with AI startups iAsk and Liner. It allows websites using conversational AI to display relevant ads during chat interactions. This move signals Google's attempt to both monetize and stay competitive as more users turn to AI chatbots like ChatGPT and Claude for search and information. It follows similar ad placements in Google's own AI overviews, showing how the company is adapting its ad business to the AI-driven future of web search. Microsoft has confirmed that Remote Desktop Protocol, otherwise known as RDP, on Windows may continue to accept old revoked passwords for remote logins, even after a password has been changed, due to a deliberate design choice. The goal, Microsoft says, is to ensure access to devices that may be offline and cannot verify new credentials. However, cybersecurity experts warn this creates a dangerous loophole. Attackers can retain RDP access to machines indefinitely using leaked or stolen passwords, bypassing multi-factor authentication and cloud policies. The issue stems from Windows caching credentials locally after the initial online verification. Once cached, the system uses that stored version to validate future RDP logins without checking online, even if the password has been changed in the cloud. Microsoft updated its documentation, but does not consider this a security vulnerability and has no plans to fix it. Experts call the behavior a serious and misunderstood security risk, effectively leaving a silent backdoor on affected systems. And that brings us to today's tech tip. If you rely on RDP to access your Windows machines, be aware. Changing your Microsoft or Azure account password doesn't automatically revoke access via RDP to Windows local credential caching. Here's how to protect yourself. After a password change, manually clear cached credentials or disable RDP access temporarily. Audit RDP settings regularly and restrict access to trusted IP addresses. Consider using local account authentication instead of cloud-based credentials for RDP logins, and for even more control and security, consider switching your server environment to Linux, where you can configure remote access with more transparency and control over credential handling. Stay proactive. A changed password is only as good as the systems that enforce it. This has been the Daily Download. All sources for today's stories will be in the description below. Today's episode is brought to you by FRCS Tech, your trusted partner for business technology solutions. We help growing businesses stay secure, efficient, and ahead of the curve. To learn more, visit us at frcstech.com, and we'll see you tomorrow.